Hello guys, my name is Alex and today we're going to speak a little bit about Forex and the styles of Forex, how we can trade Forex. So today's topic is day trading, and I've prepared a small presentation for you. We'll go through this maybe in 20 or 30 minutes, and after this I will go back to the chat. So before we start, can you please text some pluses? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Okay, some thoughts about Euro USD in the chat. I'm always happy. Nice to see this. Okay, guys. So some pluses. Hello, Alex. Yeah. There is a small delay. I'll wait before you hit some pluses. Yeah, hello guys. Where is Angie? Angie is a little bit sick today, so I hope she will get better, and you will see her next time, I suppose. So for today it's me, but next time I think Angie will go back. Okay. Signing from Nigeria. Thank you guys. Love from India. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Okay. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, a lot of guys from India. Okay, so let's begin. I'll switch to the presentation. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, before we start, I almost forgot. We do have a few moments that I want to talk with you, probably in the beginning of the stream. So first of all, if you are going to deposit at this week, so we do have a promo code, save 36. It will add 30% to your deposit until the end of this week. So if you're going to deposit, you can use it. This is the first moment. The second moment is if you're willing to have some bonuses, some risk-free trades next time when Angie will go back, you need to comment below this video when this video will be over. So please go to the comments and share some thoughts about your trading, about this topic, and we will choose the winning comments next time on Tuesday next week. Okay, and yeah, don't forget to mention your IDs in the comments, like Ismail just doing the chat, but don't do this in the chat, do this in the comments, so we can give you some risk-free trades next time. So today, comments, risk-free trades next time. Another moment I want to share with you is this one. If you go to the community, our community on this YouTube channel, sorry, it's in Russian, but this community tab over here. So we started a new thing. So we started to share some thoughts about market ideas in the community on this Olymp Trade Global channel. So you can check it out. So we do have some pictures, we do have some information about the market, and we do have some thoughts about whether some asset will go up or down, and you can use it in your trading. So also you can download this. You can download this in. Sorry, it's downloading. So this is the technical picture of the day for some assets. So you can use it when you are trading, and we will share this ideas in our YouTube community channel. So please check it out. This one. Okay, so now I'll switch to the presentation. So today's topic is Forex trading style. One of the Forex trading styles called the day trading. And in my humble opinion, this is maybe the better option for today's Forex, which we do have on the OTP platform. And then I will share my thoughts why I'm thinking so. So what kind of trading style do we have in general? So we do have day trading, we do have swing trading, and we do have position trading. So if we're talking about day trading, this means that the main definition of the day trading, or it can be called intra-day trading. So all the position might be closed within one day. So for instance, we start some position today and we end this position today. So we need to rely a lot on technical analysis, and we need to think about news. We don't need to trade on the news if we don't have this in mind while we're trading. So remember that we do have two main approach to the analysis. It's technical analysis and fundamental analysis, and we need both over here just to understand the main situation on the market. So if we're using technical analysis while we're trading some indicators, maybe graphical analysis, something like this, nevertheless, we need to know while there are some major news that can hit the market and then can crush the whole structure of the market in a few minutes. So we need to know this. So in this case, so we're talking about intraday starting. So for instance, one of the examples, you can start your trade in the noon, in the afternoon, and it can be ended, I don't know, maybe in the middle of the day, something like this. So 5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. So this position, it will never go to the next day. Yeah, we're talking about intraday trading. In order to gain some profits over here, we need to use a higher multiplier. So the recommended multipliers over here is x200 and x500. So probably I will recommend to use x200. It will be less risky to do this. But talking about intraday operations, we need to use higher multipliers because we don't have so much time over here. Talking about, for example, another trading styles, if we're trading not within one day, if we're trading, for example, so this is like day number 1 and our position closed, I don't know, in the end of the week, for instance. So we do have 1 week inside one position. We can use less multipliers, for instance, x100 or x200 or x50, something like this. Why it is so? The price needs some space. The price have some velocity. The price cannot move into a lot of pips, into a lot of market direction, distance just in a couple of minutes. So it have some time to be occurred on the market. So talking about intraday trading, we will catch less distances if we can, like if we're talking about intra-week, for instance, trading. In order to make some profit out of these distances, we need to use higher multipliers. Okay, so let's go further. So what pluses and what minuses do we have into day trading or intraday trading? So we do have minimum commissions. Why do we have minimum commissions over here? Because we do have only opening commission. So we do have commissioning for opening our trade. We don't have overnight commissions because we don't continue our trade over the night. We end this trade within 1 day. So the commissions will be minimum. Also, Um, Also, there will be minimum effect on the news releases on the trade, meaning that uh, we will maybe have the best efficiency from the news trading, and also need to constantly watch and follow the trade. Yeah, what is like the biggest heavy minus over here? We need to be inside the market. Maybe not the whole day, but we need to have a glimpse on our trade from time to time, because when we're trading intraday, uh, maybe there will be some news, maybe there will be some another major unpredictable factors. And if we are talking about intraday positions, everything can go wild in a couple of minutes, or in a couple of, I don't know, minutes, hours, something like this. So we should watch over our position. The same. For instance, this is news impact. Okay, so the same news impact if we're talking, and this is like, I don't know, 1 hour time frame. The same news impact if we're talking about 4 hour time frame or like 1 day time frame. It will be like something like this. It will be minimum if we're talking. So this is intraday trading, like day trading, and this is like week trading, something like this. When we um, trade within 1 week, when we use higher time frames to watch the market, when we use higher time frames to have the entry points. So this, for instance, news impact will be it won't have so much significance on the market. So it will be just like a few pips according to the main direction. So maybe we don't need to be constantly watching like the week operation, the week trade. We just need maybe have a few, like, I don't know, few times per day. So when we're trading within 1 day, we need to be more precise, we need to be more accurate, and we need to watch like constantly, maybe at least once per hour, once per half an hour, what is on the market. And the less time frames are you using, the more concentration, the more this constantly watching you need to be inside the market more time. The high time frames are using, you need to be less inside the market. I think this is understandable. Okay, so what kind of intraday trading styles do we have? As usual, we can trade with the trend. So some kind of trend strategies, trend trading, or vice versa. We can try to catch up some corrections or some content trend operations, and we'll use like content trend trading strategies. So this is the main idea. So when we're talking about Forex, I'm not talking about like scalping in this presentation, in this stream. Also, you can do this intraday scalping. It's one of like another way of another trading style. But this is like slightly different topic, and we will talk about this more precisely in another streams. Okay, so talking about intraday trading style. So we'll focus today on these three ones. So first one is trend trading, counter trend trading, and the news trading. So the news trading is when the news hit the market and the market goes suddenly up or down. So there is a big volatility at the moment for a few moments. So we'll talk about these three. Okay, so let's talk about the time frames one more time. Talking about trend trading. So talking about like general common time frames for the strategies on intraday trading. So this is maybe 1 hour or 4 hours. It can be 30 minutes also, I believe so. But maybe the recommendation over here will be like 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. So meaning that you'll take a look at the market at these time frames, and also if you do have an entry point over here, yeah, and we do have, for instance, 1 hour time frame. So each candle is a one hour. So probably you will catch the movement like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe this will be like 10 candles, something like this. If we're talking about 4 hour time frames, and we do have an entry point over here, so we do have 4 hours. So maybe this will be like within 2 or 3 candles within 1 day, this kind of movement. So you need to understand this moment too. Maybe I will switch to the Olymp Trade OTP platform, and maybe I will show you some kind of examples on the real market. So just for now, it's just the pictures, but further, maybe I'll go to the platform. Sorry, guys, and show you this one. Talking about news trading, so the optimum time frames over here is maybe 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 1 minute, when we're talking about the approximate moment when the news hit the market. For instance, I don't know, the NFP, non-farm payrolls. So in my time is 15:30. So maybe we can watch the market at this particular moment on 1 minute time frame to see these higher movements. But later on, we can use 5 or 10 minute time frame, trying maybe to catch some news trends which can follow up when the news hit the market. Okay, so let's talk about trends a little bit. We do have here on this slide an example of the uptrend and the downtrend. Also, it's not just a trends, it's a channels. So you can see we do have a bullish and the bearish, an up channel and the down channel. So when we're trading within 1 day, when we determine such picture on the market, how do we trade? How do we enter our trades? So, for instance, we do have an up movement over here. Okay, so for instance, we do have an up movement over here. So, in general, when we do have an uptrend, so this is very wise idea to trade in the same direction of the trends. So we need to follow the money in this case. So we can open up, for instance, here, or maybe here at this moment, we can open up position. We need to put the stop loss slightly below the nearest local minimum. So the local minimum is over here, and this is the stop loss. Over here, this is the stop loss, and maybe over here, so the stop loss should be placed in this position, so slightly below the nearest local minimum. Or if we're talking about, so for instance, we don't have a channel, but we do have some kind of trend movement, and we do have a trend line. The trend line connects this lows of the trend, high lows of the trend. So if we enter over here, we need the same idea. We need to place the stop loss beneath the nearest local maximum, or here beneath the nearest local maximum. Also, for instance, if we start trading here at this moment, and then the price goes up and then goes down and then goes up, so we can replace our stop loss. So we can take it from here and replace it over here. So if we enter at this position, and the price goes up and down and up, and so we're here, and this is our entry point, and now we're here. We can replace the stop loss, we can higher it up. At this position, probably it will be into plus. Our position will be in the plus. The same idea with the downtrend. Okay, so for instance, we start trading over here. We're trading and we do have trend going something like this, and the trend is continuing, so we can replace our stop loss slightly above the nearest local maximum in this case. Okay, so guys, I will show you the examples from the real chart. So this is just the common ideas. The counter trend trading. So yeah, the final moment about this one. So if we're talking about intraday, remember that we do have different time frames. So we need some time in order to price to get through all this deviations, price deviations. So this is when we're talking about trading. So maybe 1 hour will be more accurate time frame in order to do this, because we need some space, we need some time. Trends, they continue at some time period, but in this case, talking about like counter trend trading, we do have the same price channels. But for instance, we can be like watching on 4-hour time frames, and we can try to catch up like smaller distances. For instance, something like this. We can try to catch up some corrections to this trend, because trend cannot go like something like this. It will go with some corrections. So we can try to catch up these corrections. Or if we get lucky, it will be the change of the trend itself, and we can trade over here, and so the trend line will be breached over here, and we will get a lot of lower. So this is the idea of counter trend trading. Again, when we're trading, in this case, we're trading down, so the stop loss needs to be put a little bit higher from the local maximum over here. So if we were entering, for instance, so this is our entry point to trade down, so the stop loss in this case should be a little bit higher than the local maximum too. So this is the stop loss, and probably the goal of the trading. So if you don't want to risk a lot, so this will be your take profit position in this case, because you understand that probably the price will reverse and we will get higher. But at the same time, we do have an opportunity of the breakthrough of this line. Yeah, for instance, we're trading here an up trade, and so this is the trend line. So we do have downtrend, but this downtrend can be breached, something like this. It can be breached, and we can have a very nice entry point to the counter trend. Okay, so how can I identify the trends? So first of all, I recommend you to do the graphical analysis and to use some trend line and lines of support and resistance. So do this picturing on the chart. Then you can use moving averages. Maybe I will recommend you to use, maybe exponential moving average with a period of 21 in general. So this is very nice approach. Also, you can use indicators. You can use Bollinger Bands, Donchian channels, Ichimoku clouds, MACD, alligator. They will all, in their own way, help you to identify the trend. So okay, maybe let's I want to show you something on the chart. So this is pound to Japanese yen, 4-hour time frame. So let's switch to maybe 1-hour time frame. So what do we have here in general? We do have a downtrend over here. We do have a downtrend. Also, probably we do have a price channel, something like this. It was a local breakthrough, but in general, the price is oscillating. So this is the some sort of mean value over here. So we're near the trend line right now. So maybe we'll have a nice entry point to trade down in a couple of hours. Okay, so what kind of instruments can we use over here? So first of all is the trend lines. I've just shown you how. Sorry guys, something like this. So this is the trend line over here. Also, this is another trend line over here. So we do have a nice price channel. What else we can use? We can use, for instance, exponential moving average with a period of 21. So we can use it in this kind of way. So it will separate some sort of movements inside this price channel. So for instance, when we do have our price beneath our exponential moving average with a period of 21, so we do have like very strong downtrend. When we do have above the exponential moving average 21, we do have some uptrend movements. Downtrend. So now we are in the uptrend, right? So we can determine this. And when, for instance, over here, we do have a crossing. So you can see it's locally flat. So we can determine this intra phases of the market with the exponential moving average with a period of 21. So what else we can use? We can use, for instance, MACD. We can use MACD. Also, we can use the combination of the MACD and exponential moving average. This is the Alexander Elder's technique of determination of the trend. So how it's working. If our trend line, if our exponential moving average is going down and the MACD is going down at the same time, so this is the downtrend. When we do have a controversial signals, meaning that it's not a trend. So for instance, this is the flat, and we do have some sort of flat on the MACD. We do have uptrending over here, up movement over here, and we do have up movement on the MACD. The same idea over here. We do have up movement on the exponential moving average, and we do have an up movement on the MACD. So you can use them in the combination. So the oscillating part of this is this chart on the MACD plus exponential moving average to determine the trend. Also, you can use Bollinger Bands, for instance. Bollinger Bands will also show you where the price is moving. So it does have, so maybe we don't need in this case exponential moving average 21. We do have simple moving average with a period of 20, this red line over here. And also we can understand the volatility of the market in the face of the market too. So when the Bollinger Bands lines are very narrow, like here, so this is a flat. This is a flat. So when the Bollinger Band lines they become wider, meaning that some trend start on the market, some trend movements. So when we are talking about some trend strategies or counter trend strategies, probably the Bollinger Band should be wide enough. So we need to have some space. Also, we can use alligator, for instance. How we can use alligator in this case? So we can use it. We do have a crossing. The alligator has opened his mouth, and all the three lines getting separated one from each other, meaning that there is some sort of a trend on the market. So when they are all intersecting, we do have some sort of flat on the market. And this also can give you nice entry points. So for instance, in general, you do have a downtrend in this price channel, and over here the alligator is showing up some signals, and you do have a signal to trade down. So this is very nice signal because we do have a trend line showing that we need to trade down. We do have alligator showing us to trade down. We have a general idea to trade down. So maybe we can open up some position. In this case, we need to put the stop loss over here, or if we're entering over here to this position, we need to place the stop loss over here. Yeah, and we can continue to trade this trend. So this is the idea how you can use indicators. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. So exponential moving average with a period of 21 is very nice. All this indicator actually can use any sort of trend indicators over here, like Ichimoku cloud that I didn't mention. Nevertheless, they will be working in helping you to identify the trend. So talking about news trading, yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. So this is an example of the news impact on the EUR/USD of non-farm payrolls. This is one of the major news on the market. So in the UTC plus 0, it hit the market at 12:30. So you can see very huge movements. I mean, huge movements comparing. So this is the common movement to the EUR/USD. So this is like technical analysis movement, something that we can predict with the indicator, something like this. And this is the news impact, and you can see it's like way bigger, and also some sort of news trend happened after this non-farm. So there was a big switch in the quotations, and after this the asset, the EUR/USD, continued to go to the same direction. So the impact was like doubling. So how we can use it in trading? We can use it, for instance, like this. So this is one of the ways how we can use news trading. So for instance, we do have a forecast, and we do have a previous data, and we don't know the actual data. So we don't have any data over here before the news hit the market. So this is blank before 12:30. We can use, for instance, very obvious analysis like this. If the previous data, so if the forecast is bigger than the previous data, meaning that the market in general assumes that the numbers will be better, and in this case they were like bigger than 200. So this is very nice for the non-farm. If they're so the dollar should be rising, and we assume that the dollar will be rising. If the dollar is rising, and this is our assumption, this is our forecast, we assume that the EUR/USD will go down, right? because the dollar is on the second place in the quotation. So we need to correctly enter this trade. How we can do this? So this is 12:30, right? Over here. So we need to open up maybe at 12. So I will say 12:25 till 12:29. So in this window, we need to open up Forex trade. In this case, down Forex trade, because we do have a forecast. And we need to put the stop loss as high as possible. When you do this on the Olymp Trade OTP platform, it will be automatically put on minus 100%, and probably you should keep it up for the news trading, because the news trading can be volatile. It can be the situation like this. So for instance, we think about trading down, but the price will go up and then will go down and then it will continue. So we need to think about this situation up ahead. So you can close this position in a couple of minutes, actually. The news impact, so this one, it goes maybe for 15 or 30 minutes. I think this is 5-minute time frame, so this is 15 minutes. So this huge movements. But if we're talking about news trading, there can be a news trend coming after this. So this will be some impulse movement over here, and afterwards there will be some news trend. It can be or it can be not. So nobody knows, but if you do want to trade this news trend afterwards, you need to wait for a couple of hours for it to end. So it can go maybe for 1 or maybe 3 hours afterwards. But if you just want to have this big short impulse movement covered up by your trade, so maybe you need to trade it for 15, maybe 30-minute stops. Maybe for some very aggressive traders, it can be so. The main movement in the majority of cases, it happens in the first 5 minutes actually. So maybe it will be very, very short Forex trade. So maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, something like this. You just need to catch up this huge movement, to catch up this impulse. Okay, recommendations. Don't trade during the flat. Meaning that don't trade during like small flat. If we do have like this kind of flat, very big price channel, and the price is oscillating, so within 1 day, so this is like 1 or 4 hour trade, 1 or 4 hour candle, sorry, you can trade this flat if it's like big enough. But if it's very narrow, so you need some space, and you'll pay some commissions for the opening. So you need some trends, or you need some counter trends. You need some space to be covered up by your positions. Also, you can use Alexander Eller's three screen method. Sorry, I have already mentioned one of its tricks with the exponential moving average and the MACD, and also so how it works. So you can use 3 different screens to enter up your position. So for instance, you're using 4 hours time frame to determine the main trend. So we're trading by the trend. So we do have a downtrend. So in general, we understand on the biggest time frame, on the 4 hours time frame, that we do have a downtrend. Then we switch to the lower time frame, for instance 1 hour time frame. what can we see over here? So we can see that probably some sort of the downtrend movements is appearing here too. Okay. We can use some indicators over here. I don't know, maybe some oscillators, maybe MACD. Okay, so MACD is showing us actually the controversial signal at this particular moment. So it's showing up to trade up. And also the RSI is showing up to trade up, probably. But not for long. So going to the lower time frame, we need to have the same type of signal. We need to have, in this case, the same down signal. Let's imagine that we do have not an up signal over here, but a down signal right here from some sort of indicators. This is just, I just want you to clarify how it's working. So if we do have the main trend of 4-hour time frame going down, we do have some entry points from some indicators or from some graphical analysis tools on the lower time frame, on 1-hour time frame, also to trade down. Then we can go to the lower, third screen, lower time frame, not 1 hour but maybe 15 minutes. And we need to have the same down signal over here, meaning that on every screen, on 4-hour time frame, on 1-hour time frame, on 15 minutes time frame, we will have the same signals to trade down. The 4-hour time frame will show you the general trend. 1-hour time frame will show you some entry point, and the 15-minute time frame will clarify the entry point, or maybe we'll give in slightly different entry point but with the same direction. Okay, so this is Alexander Elder's 3-screen method. Also remember about different trading session and news releases. So when you're trading inside the day, these news impacts, they can really impact your trading a lot. For instance, you are trading this price channel and this news hit the market, and of course you will have some losses over here, because you can see the scale, different scale of movement on the news, on the higher news. So if you don't use news trading, you just need to be you just need to know when this news can hit the market, and you need to avoid this moment while you're trading. So you just don't need to trade at this moment, and you need to close, you need to kill all your positions if you do have for instance, if you don't have any idea how the market will react on this news. You need to think about news. Also think about trading sessions. Maybe the best time for trading, because we need to have some trend movements, we need to have some volatility on the market. It will be the intersection between the European session and American session. Also, you can try to trade some news from Australian session, because in lately, when the news from Australia, from New Zealand hit the market, it's have a lot of impulse movements, so you can try to catch it up. In this time period, the market will be sleepy, it will be in a flat, so maybe the best timing will be at this moment, when the European session starts, and when the European session is and the American session intersecting. Okay, guys, so this is the presentation. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will go to the chat. Oh, we don't have a lot of questions over here. I like trading, continue reading about trading. Yeah, this is a very nice idea because I can say from my humble experience, um, I know I've been trading for 7 years probably, maybe more, but even at this moment, I understand that I don't know everything about trading. So there is a lot of different information, and you can like dive deeply inside. But when you're a newbie, when you're just going up for the first time, meeting up this the things, the trading, you need to have a lot of information gained. You need to understand a lot. Um, okay. How does the risk-free trades works? So this is an FTT instrument. So if you do have a risk-free trade, for instance, for I don't know, for $10, it will be covered up if you place the risk-free fixed time trade. So in you trade, for instance, upwards, and the market will go down. You won't lose this risk-free trade. You will just have this money back to your deposit. But in any case, when you use one risk-free trade, it will be expired. So it's some sort of local insurance from the broker. Okay. Any suggestions about triangle pattern? Yeah, I can give you two suggestions about this. So let's talk about this triangle. We do have different types of triangles, but let's talk about this one. If we're talking about Forex, so now we're talking about Forex and these presentations. We do have this pennant figure. So when we do have an uptrend, then we do have a consolidation inside the triangle, and so this is the consolidation. This is a figure of trend continuation. So we assume that the trend will continue to the same direction. So it's just this consolidation when the price need to consolidate in a flat for some period of time. But also when we're talking about FTT, fixed time trade, and you do have a triangle, this is a very nice opportunity to scalp, actually, to have a lot of scalping trades inside this triangle. When the price will be oscillating within, you can try it inside with like very small trades. But talking about Forex, this is pennant. Talking about FTT, this is scalping. Okay, so we do have a lot of questions. Can I get the video link for a fixed trade? We do have a special playlist on this channel. So we do have some streams for the Forex, and we do have some streams for the FTT. So you need to check up the playlist on this YouTube channel about FTT trading. We do have a lot of different streams and information. Don't mind blah blah blah. So okay, just started 10 days ago. If you just started, please look through the streams, look through the information, educational information on the Olymp trading platform, anywhere where you can find it. Uh, how can I open a risk-free trade on my account? So you just need to have a risk-free trade. One of the ways how we can gain risk-free trades is to have this expert status. So you will have some risk-free trades in advantage, and also you can win this risk-free trades next time if you will comment below this video. So when the stream will be over, you can comment, do like, or maybe you don't like some ideas that I shared here today, some thoughts about your trading. Don't forget to mention your idea, and next time on Tuesday we'll pick up randomly some traders, and we will give them risk-free trades. Any suggestions about M&W patterns? Okay, so please check out another videos in this playlist for the FTT and for the Forex for the figures, because I just don't want to get to like different ideas right now. What is realistic percent of wins one can expect at novice trader? I can say that talking about FTT, you should be thinking of the strategies, and you should have around. So this is very nice percentage, 60%. So this is for FTT. Talking about Forex, a little bit more complicated because we don't have these fixed percentages of income. So we do have some sort of risk-reward ratio. But when we're talking about Forex, maybe you should try something like this. So your stop loss and your take profit. So meaning this is risk and this is reward. So this risk reward ratio should be maybe 2 or maybe 3 to 1. So you need to risk $1 in order to gain $2 or $3. Talking about FTT, you need to have a strategy with this, which will give you 30% plus positive trades. In this case, you can trade very nicely with the constant pluses. You said you're trading since last 7 years, so which strategy help you earn money, FTT or Forex? I can say, so I've started from FTT. So FTT was my first instrument, and after FTT I go to the Forex. And in my humble opinion, FTT is it's some sort of the playground. So if you do want to understand how the trading works, actually, if you do want to understand how the psychology of the trading, the risk and money management works, the trading strategies are working, maybe it's easier to start from FTT. So this is one of the easiest financial instruments. I cannot actually imagine what can be more easier than FTT. And after this, I switch to the Forex, and you can switch to the Forex too, because it's a little bit more complicated. If you understand the Forex, you will understand the FTT easily, but maybe you need to go like step by step. And I use like slightly different trading strategies. The majority, like some trading strategies that you can find on the platform, or like developed and used by me. Maybe like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know. What is the realistic? So I've answered to this question. The realistic percent of wins. For novice trader, maybe it will be 50 to 50. For novice trader, you don't have like a lot of experience, you don't have a lot of knowledge, you don't have a lot of trading experience, so maybe it will be close to 50 to 50. But when you do gain some experience, you can increase it. When you do have sorry, I don't understand this question. What is the best strategy? There is no such a thing as the best strategy. And actually, when we're talking about trading in general, we need to cover up three main goals over here. So this is some kind of, okay, let's say trading strategy. But you need to start from psychology of the trading, and also you need to have covered up with money management and risk management. And when all these matters will be covered up by a trader, so this is where the sustainable trading is. So there is no such a thing as the best trading strategy. You need to maybe make it, or you need to take it from somewhere, the trading strategy that suits for you the best, because everything is based on the psychology, and the trading strategy that I like you won't like, and vice versa. But you need to trade as you like, as you wish. So that's why the psychology maybe is the number one thing that you need to cover up. And the psychology can be covered up only with the experience. The promo code is save36. Someone is asking. It will give you plus 30% by the end of the week, plus 30% bonuses. Sometimes showing it is picture 15. Yeah, when I was talking about 15:30, so 12:30 was GMT plus 0. This is the Greenwich time. So talking about non-farm payrolls, so it is 12:30 in UK, and I do have a plus 3, so it is like 15:13 in my area, in my time. So this is the difference. Hello from Ghana. Okay, nice to meet you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the questions. Is new things new trading, sir? But time showed up. Okay, I have answer to this question about timing. Guys, don't share user IDs here in the chat. Share it below the video in the comments, because we will be picking up comments from there. So when I will end this stream, you can comment. Please do this. This is my first time. I love Olymp trade. Yeah, very nice. Thank you. Thumbs up. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, another question about timing. So this is like the different time zones. Awesome. Can you explain again on trading on the news? Sorry, guys. I won't explain this, but maybe you can watch this video once again, and actually you can watch the same video about news trading for the FTT. So the main ideas will be the same. How to double my deposit? You can double your deposit, but you need to think about risk and money management. And before you make this doubling of your deposit as a goal, I highly recommend you to watch the risk and money management streams on this YouTube channel, because if you want to double your account, you need to risk a lot, and you need to understand what are you doing. So before having these thoughts, you need to understand how does it work. So you can double your deposit with one trade on FTT, almost double. Yeah, you can use 100 of your deposit in one trade, and you will gain like 80 or 90% in a couple of minutes. But this is too risky. This is highly risky operation. So don't do this. There was disparity. Yeah, probably the disparity was because the screenshot. Yeah, I understand. You're talking about this one. Yes. So this screenshot was made with the GMT plus 0. So we cannot change our server time on the Olymp trade platform. So this screenshot was made with the GMT plus 3. So that's why this 12:30 over here, and this is a 15:30 over here. This happened at the same time. So this is the same idea, but just different screenshots with the different time zones. Thank you for mentioning this. Now I understand what you were talking about. Thank you. Long time no see. Glad to see you. Thank you, guys. Probably we'll see each other more in next streams. So, okay, thumbs up. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing some ideas. Don't forget to add some comments below this video, thumbs up, and see you next time. Bye bye.